Hey folks, I'm Rob Franek. I'm editor-in-chief here at the Princeton Review. Today we are unpacking something truly critical, a sweeping new piece of legislation that could shape how millions of students and their families pay for college for years to come. It's called the Great Big Beautiful Bill Act. You have undoubtedly heard that name. Its formal name is H.R. 1 of the 119th Congress, and it was signed into law by President Trump on July 4th, 2025. Now, the bill clocks in, as you undoubtedly have heard, at over 900 pages, and it touches every major area of public policy: taxes, energy, healthcare, immigration, education, and even artificial intelligence. Now, in today's video, we are zeroing in on one thing from that list under the education header: federal student loan reform and what that new law means for two types of loans. The first loan, graduate plus loans, and the second loan, parent plus loans. And how specifically new borrowing caps on each could impact your education plans starting as soon as 2026. We're going to dive in, but we're going to do it together. And as always, if you have any comments or questions, please do not be shy. Slug them into the chat below. We'll do our level best to get back to you as soon as possible. That all said, we're going to start with one of the biggest changes, and that is new limits on how much students and their families can borrow from the federal government to pay for their higher education. Now, under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, the Higher Education Act has been amended to significantly limit federal direct plus loans. Now, those are loans that graduate students and parents use, at least up until now, to cover the full cost of attendance of school. Now, that includes tuition, room and board fees, and many more costs. Now, here's how the programs are changing. Number one, the elimination of grad plus loans. Now, those are graduate and professional school students will no longer be able to access grad plus loans in their current incarnation beginning on or after July 1st, 2026. So in place of unlimited plus borrowing, graduate students will be subject to a newly established borrowing limit of $100,000 in federal student loans for their graduate education. Now, this will include Title IV loans for graduate studies. So whether you're pursuing your MD or your JD or your MBA, your federal student loan borrowing will now be capped across all programs. Now, this change represents a major shift away from former policy, specifically coverage for cost of attendance of school, and is designed, at least according to the bill's legislative findings, to prevent overborrowing and to encourage institutions to contain graduate program costs overall. Next on the list, the bill has also set new borrowing limits for parents of dependent undergraduate students. Those are college students. The new cap for parent plus loans is $20,000 per student per academic year, with a $65,000 cap per student. Now, this again is a dramatic departure from the previous policy, which allowed parents to borrow up to the full cost of attendance regardless of their financial need or their credit profile. Now, the cap applies to all new Parent Plus loans dispersed as of July 1st, 2026. Now, the bill includes a one-year implementation window to give families time to adjust to those changes overall. Now, important to note, loans that originated before that date, before that July 1st, 2026 date, will remain under their current terms. That said, this restructuring is intended to align with federal borrowing with student outcomes. That's according to the bill's accountability and affordability section. Our job here is to focus on the most important thing, and that is to remember that there are new loan caps, and they are paired with the larger push to link institutional eligibility for aid to performance metrics like graduation rates, earnings, median earnings incomes, I should say, and then loan repayment rates. So in practical terms, this means that students entering high-cost graduate school programs for law school, for business school, for medical school, will need to plan for other funding sources. And those options might include institutional aid from the institution that they're matriculating at, personal savings, and of course, private loans. Now, just a quick note, we've done past videos on this, but this is important to note, specifically on private loans. Those private loans often come with higher interest rates and fewer borrower protections. That said, for families relying on Parent Plus loans, the new annual and lifetime caps mean a much greater emphasis on financial planning overall, definitely need-based aid from the institutions themselves that you're matriculating at, and then scholarship strategies overall. So again, this is a major moment in federal student aid policies, and we are seeing a fundamental shift away from open-ended borrowing towards capped lending policies overall. My friends, I know that this is a lot to take in. Please know that we are following this, everything packed into the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, obsessively here at the Princeton Review, and most importantly, how that actually affects you, your education, your wallet. And we will be here to keep you informed literally every step of the way. Please do like and of course share and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already so that you'll never miss a beat on this stuff and never be out of the loop. I'm Rob Franek. I'm editor-in-chief here at the Princeton Review. Till I see you the next time, be well.